his desk? Well, let's ask an expert about it. Joining us now to break down the bill and what is coming next after it, economic research fellow at the Heritage Foundation, Alan Mendenhall. Alan, thanks for joining us. We are so grateful to have you with us today. We want to ask you about the lawmakers in the House first. They approved the bill by a sweeping vote. I mean, one of the most bipartisan efforts that we've seen in recent months and years almost, it seems like, 390 to 9. What does that signal for our economy? Is there hope, Alan?
Yeah, actually, and by the way, I loved watching Stella get her groove back on that last one. That was a great recovery that that you had there. And speaking of great recoveries, that is what our economy is going through right now. President Trump just announced an astounding 5.6% GDP growth during this term already. This is a powerhouse performance. It's a direct result of his tax cuts, his deregulation. As for this bill, it passed 390 to 9. That's a landslide vote. It slashes red tape. It modernizes outdated programs. So it's a step in the right direction. Also, we have the Dow Jones Industrial hitting record highs. So just last Friday, it crossed the 50,000-point milestone for the first time. This is a massive rebound after kind of a volatile week the year before. But then yesterday, it pushed even higher. Today, it pushed even higher. It's still hovering well over that $50,000 level overall, which reflects strong momentum in blue chip stocks like industrials, financials, energy. This is all great stuff. So in my opinion, the Dow's outperformance compared to, say, the S&P 500 or the NASDAQ's kind of techy and has sort of trendy things in it. But the Dow has those 30 big stocks, and this shows that traditional sectors are leading the charge, and that is a big win for Main Street.
Absolutely. And we know these numbers, they help people feel confident. A lot of these things are about feelings, as we know. In a recent interview, I want to get your take on this, Alan. With NBC News, the president said he's proud to take ownership of these current positive conditions and is predicting this year will be even better. Take a listen and we'll get your response.
I think 26 is even going to be better. You know, we have hundreds of billions of dollars pouring into our country. Actually, trillions. $18 trillion is being invested in our country as we speak. And there are factories and plants and thousands of businesses being built all over the country.
And new polling is suggesting, Alan, that 48% of Americans say they're better off now than they were 4 years ago. Has President Trump really laid down the economic comeback that Americans can feel at this point? Do you think they can feel it? And what do you think is next?
Yeah, I think if you look at the cost of eggs, if you look at the cost of gas, people are feeling that. I think that's a positive thing. Also, if you take just the economy as a series of snapshots, look at where we were in January, where inflation plummeted to a low of 3%. Now compare that to 9.1% in June 2022 under Biden. Then when you add things like the energy independence and smart economic strategies that we've been undergoing, the historic tax cuts and relief for workers under the big, beautiful Bill Act that was signed on the 4th of July last year, I see things moving in the right direction. I think people are going to be happy since the expansion of the standard deduction and the creation of the Trump accounts. These are great moves. People are going to see more money come in their tax refund. Of course, it's their money to begin with, but they're going to see it back in their pockets again. We've got record oil, gas, and coal production with a 44% increase in drilling. And so we've driven energy prices down. This is all really good stuff.
It is. And the Trump administration seems to be really making it a point to tell the story. And Alan, you did an excellent job there summing up so many of the things that are positive. And that is part of the great American comeback. And so we appreciate you being part of it today. Alan Mendenhall, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.